Hey all, I said I would do a meat recap video, so hopefully I can keep it fairly quick. I'm pretty tired, so I just really want to go to bed. I've had a really big, pretty rubbish day, so yay, fun. Okay, so I guess to start with, at our last meet, and when I say our or we, I mean Lauren, Barbell Bamp, and we decided that we would like to do another meet because we're a little bit insane and that's how we roll. So we decided that we would do the Hydrofit Ii, which was at Narellan. For those of you who don't know, Narellan is near Sydney in New South Wales, Australia. If you haven't figured out that I'm Australian yet, there's probably, you might need to work on your deduction skills. So, last meet, I was really nervous about absolutely every single facet of the meet. I was stressed all the time. I stuck to my diet pretty much perfectly. I think I missed one day in the gym, and I do 7 days a week. So, yeah. And this one, I was just kind of really casual about it. I didn't eat as well. I definitely didn't train as much. I just was not stressed, and it's a good thing, but it's also really not a good thing because it's not as motivating. So I guess I probably didn't work as hard as I really should have in the gym. Food-wise, that's not too bad because whatevs. I actually fit pretty comfortably in my weight class. I'm just really vain about my weight. So yeah, I'm really sorry that I'm moving the camera so much, but I am really tired. Yeah, so because it's so far away, I live maybe that's an exaggeration, maybe 6 hours from Narellan. So I drove to my parents' house on the Friday. The meet was on Sunday, and then Saturday I went and picked Lauren up from kind of a halfway point, I suppose, and we both drove to Narellan together. We stopped off on the way to an awesome party with Lauren's friends, and they're really cool and I really like them. And we were both fasting, so that was really fun. So Saturday morning I had breakfast, and I posted my breakfast on my blog. It wasn't very interesting, it was just bacon, eggs and toast. And that's all I had on Saturday, and then lots and lots of water. I'd been water loading for about a week, so when I water load I try and get minimum of 8 litres in a day. It means a lot of trips to fill up the water bottle and a lot of trips to the bathroom, but it works for me anyway. And you don't lose strength, you just kind of lose your mind a little bit, but that's okay. Yeah, so we drove down. There were so many breaks for toilet stops on the way down, but it was kind of hilarious, so that was okay. Lauren got to experience my terrible sense of direction and how stressed I get when I'm driving in the city, and I'm really sorry about that still. But yeah, and then we found a hotel, and oh my god, if you ever need to stay in the Campbelltown area, Campbelltown Ridges, it's awesome. The only crappy part was we both kind of somehow managed to psych each other up about going for a swim. We were yeah, we could just have a nice relaxing swim. We'll find Lauren some swimmers, because I packed mine just because my parents have a pool, so I just pack swimmers every time I visit. And Loz didn't pack hers, but we were going to find some because there was a Kmart. Yeah, but then the pool was shut because it was 6 p.m. and the pool shuts at 6 p.m. and that's really lame. So we couldn't really do very much. We really just walked to get some snacks for the meet and walked back, and then we watched the end of Tangled on the TV, and then there was a comedian, Rob Brydon, I think. He was kind of funny, but a lot of it was or really bad humour. But I think it was still pretty funny, so and I think we both pretty much passed out. And then we woke up in the morning. I don't think either of us slept terribly well. There was a lot of tossing and turning from both of us. And hotel sheets and Junas are always is really, really loud, so you can kind of hear, and then you feel so bad about moving around because you know the other person can hear you as well. Anyway, okay, cool. This 5 minutes is up already, and I haven't even talked about the meat yet. Lauren couldn't find her meat t-shirt. It has to be a plain t-shirt with short sleeves, no logo, crew, is that a crew neck? Like if it's up, like here, anyway, whatevs, that kind of a t-shirt, and she couldn't find hers, and she bought this other one, and we were like, we didn't really know if they would let us use it or not. We'll ask Lauren, but so we went to Kmart because it said on the internet that it was 24 hours, and the sign outside the Kmart said it was 24 hours. No, it's not. So we then went to the meet and we did our weigh-in. I weighed in at 60.9, and Loz was under 110, which was her goal. But they wouldn't let her use the shirt, so we kind of raced to Big W at Campbelltown. Again, the internet they had funny opening hours for us that week, so we thought they were open at 8:30, but they were actually open at 9. We couldn't wait until 9 because we actually started lifting at 9. Well, we thought we started lifting at 9:30, but actually we started lifting at 10. So we could have waited. Sorry, Loz, we defs could have waited and got you a shirt that you wouldn't have even need to worry about. But anyway, we found a shirt at Coles and it was okay. It was a scoop neck, which they're not supposed to let you wear, but I guess I didn't really care that much as long as it didn't have a logo on it, and it wasn't even a logo, it was a band logo, like, come on. Anyhow, so yeah, weighed in, went and got a shirt, gave our openers and squats, and I was second lifter, and opened on 65, and I got that. I felt really, I don't know what's going on with my squats, but they just don't feel strong almost ever, apart from the video that I posted the other day where I got that 75 and it was actually kind of not too bad. I know it was wobbly, but that's about the strongest I felt in squats in a long time. So yeah, 65 didn't feel great, but I was like, well, I'll go up to 70 because I know I can do it. So yeah, got 70. I think I maybe got a red light for each, and I didn't check what for because I was like 2 watts is okay for today because I know my squats are crap at the moment. And then my final attempt was at 75, and that was red lighted for depth, and like watching the video, no, not a problem, like it definitely wasn't deep enough, so that's fine. Oh, and I had my new belt, which was really awesome, and I didn't get stuck in my belt, but Lauren got stuck in her belt when we were at the hotel, because when we were putting the belt together, because now we're both belt extraordinaires, it wouldn't come off again, and it took us about 20 minutes, and that was our cardio for the day, getting a belt off Lauren. So yeah, and obviously then bench was next. Opened on 35, got that. Then went to the 40, got that. It was a little bit hard, so I went for 42.5 for my last bench. Got that. It was messy a little bit, and it was definitely hard. Like I really had to push it. Duh, that's what you do in a bench press. But got it, and that's a 2.5 kg PR for me, so I was really happy. I don't think anyone else could understand why, because I'm pretty sure it was actually like the lowest bench press for the day, but whatevs, it was a PR for me. And then we had deadlifts, opened on 85, fine, no problem. Then went to 92.5, which is what I had for my third attempt for the last meet. That was okay, it was a little bit hard, so I just went to 95 for the third attempt, and it felt really hard, and it felt like it took a really long time, but watching the video back, it doesn't look that bad, so I really think that 100 is not too far away. It's really frustrating because I feel like it's so close and yet so far. Like I've got it up before and not locked it out, but I've never got it that far again, so that's a little bit frustrating. But yeah, so yeah, but like by the time I was up to my third deadlift, I was feeling lightheaded. Like when I stood up to even just when I stood up to start deadlifting, like my head was a bit spinny, and I was just thinking, I was like, what is going on here? But I'd had 2 donuts, like little cinnamon donuts, not big Krispy Kremes or anything, and about 5 kettle potato chips, and maybe like a half a palm size of chicken, if that, for the whole day. And considering that the last meal I'd had was more than 24 hours before that, yeah, like there's no wonder that I was feeling a bit crappy, and I think Loz was feeling the same way. So we were both kind of like, look, we do want to stay and watch the second flight, but we also really need food. And there was a Sizzler, and Sizzlers are not very common, so we really wanted to eat there and have our lunch. So yeah, that's what we did. I somehow managed to get a bronze medal, and I haven't looked at the result sheet because it wasn't up last time I checked, but I'm not really sure how, because there were more than 3 people in my weight category, and like, it was weird. As in, the guy was like, yay, bronze, and I was like, hey, what? Are you sure? But apparently, yeah. So that was really cool. Like, legitimately winning a medal was quite nice. Not there's anything wrong with being the only person in your weight class, because that's kind of cool too. Everyone was so lovely. I think the girls were way nicer at this meet. It was the first meet for a lot of them, and they were ridiculously strong, and like, they were so freaking pretty, and like, I was just wandering around going, wow, I just want to be you, and it's not fair that I have to be me instead. So yeah, I guess like, it really put what I can do into perspective, and sometimes I lose that perspective either way. Like, sometimes I lose it and go like, I'm shit, I can't do anything, like, why am I even bothering? Because you look on Tumblr and these people are lifting like double and triple what you can do, and you're just like, this is a joke, my lift's a crap. But then in real life, people are like, oh my god, you're so good. So it's really hard to gain a perspective of where you're actually at, I suppose. And meets help a bit, but like, you also have to realise that these people know that they're good at what they're doing, otherwise they probably wouldn't have entered a meet, because not everyone's like me entering a meet when they're not actually that great at lifting. Yeah, so and then we drove home. I just drove back to my parents and stayed there. My pop was in hospital, so I was going to drive home that night, but I didn't. Yeah. And then today was really crap, but I really don't want to go into it. I hope that's okay. If you specifically, seriously, like, really want to delve into my life, you can send me a question about it, and I will answer it. Like, it's not a problem, but it's just, like, I just don't need to go into it on a video. So thanks so much. If you've actually listened to all 13 minutes of this, you're a fucking legend. And yeah, please ask me any questions if you want to. I'm really happy to answer questions. I love getting questions, as long as they're nice. And I will talk to you all soon, I hope. Bye bye.